Ladder racks are in, straight from you know where, China. But for 200 bucks, a little over 200 bucks, set of heavy duty ladder racks. Let's see if it's worth it. Stick around. Alright, so I have all the parts pulled out, as you saw in that sped up video. Hopefully my fat wasn't hanging out or nothing. But let's take a look at this. So here we go, we got, looks like one side post, the brackets for, these are the brackets, you got one curved, one in the back for your ladders. Same set on this one. I don't know if this is the center section, but I believe that's the adjustable part right there. These little black rubber things I'm not a fan of. It looks like they're going to fall right off. These are pretty chintzy. What I might get is, it's called snake skin. We use it in the electrical trade. I might get some snake skin. That'll probably work a lot better. Let's see, you got these. I'm assuming these are the pinch points that pinch it into your rain gutter. More parts for your ladder. You don't have to put them on if you don't want to. Those are not necessary. And they're adjustable. So let's see. These are too light to be galvanized. These are galvanized, I believe, or a really cheap tin. Might have to go to stainless steel. I don't believe these are stainless steel. I put a magnet on them and find out. Yeah, they might be stainless. Got your lock nuts in there. Here's the rest of it. They include an Allen key for you. More lock nuts, set screws. I figure out what those are for. They got a bunch of them in there. Yep. The instruction manual. Oh, let's cover this first. There's your 3 bars. They are expandable, so I'm assuming there's a bar inside of each one of these. You just never know. And then this is the one part that I was curious about. They had, don't mind the kids screaming. It's just great. That's what happens when you're not out in the woods. I guess they're Hispanic. I don't speak Mexican, or Hispanic. But here's the company that I bought them from on Amazon. And this is the one people were leaving bad reviews about, the instruction manual. Oh, got a thank you card from Amazon. It's got one of those codes. I don't use those. But yeah, this is the manual for these. Mine is the 3 bar, or you can buy the 2 bar. So we'll take a look here. Take a look at this manual and see if it's that bad. Now keep in mind I am mechanically inclined. I've been fixing stuff all my life. I build stuff, so if I find some areas in here that would be really hard to understand, I'll try and explain them to you. All right, so let's take a look at that. All right, so I'm sitting in the van, and it is like really, really steamy hot in here. I'm thinking I'm going to need one of those Max Air fans, but I'm sitting on my bed. I'm about 5'9". As you can see, my head hits the ceiling. My mattress is like 8 inches thick, so it's squished down to probably about 2 or 3 inches. So sitting up in here isn't going to be really easy to do. Maybe if I stretched out, but I'm sitting right on the edge of the bed. But let's go over the manual. I have the manual here. We'll open it up, take a look at it. Switch tripods here so it's easier to follow. Take a look at it and see what kind of issues we're going to run into, or hopefully I can help you guys with. But this is the AA Products Incorporated model X27A. And they were, I think shipped, they were like $224. And it took me, I think it was about 4 days to get them from Amazon. So they are made in China. They must be stocked somewhere. But let's go over the instructions. It is hot, hot, hot in the van. It's extremely hot, humid. Probably should have done this tomorrow. They said it was going to be like 74 for a high, really nice and cool tonight, but I want to get this done. It's sunny out. It's enjoyable. I don't have anything better to do today on a Sunday, so. All right, so we got a thank you card. Oh wow, free gifts, it says. Give a review, submit your review, and then they have either toe straps with hooks, insulated travel mug, ratchet straps with double J hooks, or rope ratchet tie down. There they are. So you can get one of those free gifts, I guess, if you do submit a review. That's awesome. So you get a kind of getting a bonus out of it. All right, mind you, the stuff's probably not the best, but it's free. If it lasts a year, you're doing really good. Heck, if it lasts a week. All right, so let's take a look at these. Let's see here. Oh, it makes me look really fat. I don't know if I like that. Well, maybe I should lose some weight. All right, front and rear bar insulation. Shows you what the set screws look like. All right. Probably one thing it doesn't say right off the bat that I think would probably be a good idea would be to measure across, all the way across from rain guard to rain guard, or rain gutters, whatever you want to call them. I would measure all the way across so that you're pretty close, maybe like be a 1/4 inch long. Then that way, when you go to set them up there, they're gonna just lay right up on top. 1/4 inch means you got an 1/8 inch play either way. It says fully adjustable, so you got that set screw, mounting base, rubber blanket, clamp rubber blanket, which those I'm gonna put them on there. I'll do this video, but then I'm probably gonna go back, like I said, I showed you before, those little rubber things, I don't think they're gonna last. Best to get something called snake skin. It's like a rubber, if you don't know what it is, it's hard, not hard rubber, but it's a rubber piece. It's got like aluminum inside of it, so you can pinch it down. You just go along, you just pinch it with a pair of channel locks or needle nose pliers or regular pliers, and it'll bite right on there, and then that way it won't slip off. I don't think they're so paper thin. You know, I don't think they're really going to hold up. I'll show you later in the video. All right, shows you what washers to use. Your rubber clamp. I would probably put it doesn't say it here, but they're showing you step 2, and to put them on, I would preset these, get them on there, leave the bolts and everything kind of wobbly loose, so then that way when you set them up there, all your hardware's up there, you're not fighting it, so you can do it all by yourself. So get those prepped. This part right here, I would get those bolts and everything already set in there so that they're already started, and then that way when you go to set it up there, it'll fit on there. You just have to adjust one side, get down, go to the other side, and adjust them, and you'll be good. But make sure you measure all the way across your rain guards first. The center section has an adjustment on it, so you can adjust the height. That's only on the middle bar on the X27T, which is the one I have. I just have it in white, not in black. All right, step 3, after you got those tightened down, is to put your ladder stopper and your ladder guide on there. So it says right here. That you're probably going to want to lay your ladders up there first. If you have to have somebody help you, put the ladder up there and figure out where you want them to hold, where you can strap them down, and then then go ahead and put those on and adjust them where you need them. So if you put them on there, or maybe put the front ones on, put your ladder up there, and then figure out where the other one's going to go, because your distance between rungs on your ladder is going to be different based on the size. So depending on what size ladder you put up there. But I know I'm going to have a 20-foot extension ladder. I'm going to have an 8-foot ladder and a 6-foot ladder. And then I'm also going to have a 6-inch PVC pipe, 6 or 8-inch. I haven't decided yet. And I also haven't decided if I'm going to use that as a shower holder, or if I'm just going to put PVC pipe in it for when I'm on a job. Right now I can just throw it in the back of the van and it'll be fine. If it's a huge order for a job, then I'll just have it delivered. All right, let's see. Yep, just shows to tighten them up. And that was it. So you get 1 page or 2 pages of instructions on how to do it, so it can't be that hard. They do have, let's see here. Oh, they got a warning on the back. Okay. Most people do that same thing, but I can assume their warning is, you know, put them on right, follow instructions. And they do have a parts list. So you saw earlier all those bags that I showed you. I'm going to get a magnet and see if they're stainless steel. If they're stainless steel, they will not stick to the magnet. If they're anything else other than stainless steel, they will. That's one way to test them. If they're not stainless steel, I'm going to switch these out as fast as I can, because if it's just some tin or galvanized or whatever, I live in Wisconsin and we get salt, a lot of salt. So if salt gets up on here, it's going to rust it all apart. So you want stainless. But we'll test some real quick and then we'll get started. But yeah, go through your parts list, make sure you got everything. And then once you got everything, then good to go. We'll get started. All right, let's go check. All right, let's go down and take a look at these bolts. Now I do have a, whoop, my gimbal's like going crazy. I don't know what's happening. There we go. But I do have a magnet. This is one of my ones that I use for conduit for EMT. It's got some really strong rare earth magnets on the bottom. So let's get these open. Open one of these. I'm gonna try and do this right-handed or left-handed. All right. Rip these open. And as you can see, my magnet went right over to them. Watch. See? These are not stainless steel. These will rust. So we'll put them on there for now, but like I said, this is all, it's got nickel in it, or steel. So they're not stainless steel. Stainless steel will not rust on you, or it will, but it takes forever. And all this stuff is all crap. It's all junk. I mean, it's going to be exposed to the elements, so. But now we know. All right, let's get to installing this. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm like absolutely drenched in sweat. My shirt's soaking wet, my hair is dripping, my glasses are covered in water or sweat, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Whew. She's warm. Warm and humid, but we're supposed to get some decent weather tomorrow. high of like 75. Feel that breeze picking up now. Alright, so I could do this up on a table, like inside the van or something, but it's even hotter in there. So let's put the side pieces on. No, I'm not really looking at the instructions so much. It's just kind of I've got them right there. It's kind of a guide. That's all it is. But we have, this is the front, this is the back, and then this one here has the adjustment on it. And we'll do the adjustment once we get it up on there. Alright, so let's start on one end. I have these, they're not real tight. Maybe I'll tighten them up a little more. And I do have that white primer from when I did the traffic. I have the white primer that I had when I did the rust repair, and I still have a little bit of it. I probably have to pick up a new can of it, but I'll use that. I think I'll use that on these set screws because I can see the paint starting to chip off already in a couple areas. So when I get them up there, I'll just lay some this cardboard down up there, and then I'll just shoot them with a little bit of that primer. Hopefully that'll keep the rust out, or either that or I can silicone them when I get them up there. I might do that. Yeah, silicone might work pretty good. Alright, let's get the side pieces on. I'm going to sit on my butt because my knees are killing me. Hopefully you can still see me. Crisscross applesauce. Yeah, so I don't think it really matters which, they all look the same. Got these little pieces that go on the end. So we need, it says I need a carriage bolt, nut and washer. Got different, looks like we got different kinds in here. So I don't know if you can see that difference. Regular bolt, nothing up here. Carriage bolt, if you didn't already know, squared off on the top. So this is a carriage bolt, that's a regular bolt. So it says we need carriage bolt, nut. It says washer, but it doesn't say what kind of washer. Oh, it just says washer. And then on the other side it says okay, so one's a carriage bolt, one's a regular bolt, I think. No. Both carriage bolts. And then a big washer, small washer. That doesn't make any sense. Huh. Well, let's put them together. We'll figure it out. Alright, so I'm like drenched. My shorts are drenched. It's warm out here. But I got all the pieces. I'm thinking about putting together, I just have to figure out what all this hardware is. And then I'll put together a kit. And you know, these will be linked down below, these racks. And then I can put together a kit that it's all stainless hardware. You know, it's up to you if you want it. Stainless is pretty expensive, but if it keeps it from rusting, I think that would make a huge difference. Because I'm not going to be able to shoot all these areas with primer, just for the sole fact that some of these are going to be down by the rain guards. So I suppose I could put some plastic or something up there, but we'll see how long they last before they start to rust. Like I said, I'll do another update video as soon as soon as I have these up there for a while, maybe after 3 months or something, and see how bad they rust, or if they rust, or different things we can do with them. But for 220 bucks for a set of heavy duty ladder racks, and when I say heavy duty, they're actually, I don't know what the thickness of the steel is, maybe 1/8 inch or 3/16 maybe. I think it's 3/16. It's all powder coated, so yeah, we'll see. The welds look good. I was a welder for years. Mind you, that's all, looks like all short arc welding. It's all MIG welding, so I don't know if it's done by a person or people, or most likely by a robot. They look all right. No slag or anything all over them. So let's get them. They're all kind of set up, so let's get them up on the roof. All right, super bright here. As you can see, I got them up there, put them up on top. Only thing I wasn't impressed with, I pushed a one, and you can see that one rubber piece came off. So, excuse me, I'm gonna try and get these up here. And then, yep, another rubber piece just fell off. So that doesn't surprise me. We'll get them as close as we can. That's why we still got that center mark on there. All right, go down here where the sun is out of my face. And had business signage put on my van yesterday. But yeah, see, look, it fell off. So I'm gonna have to readjust that. Have to do one set screw at a time. You know, if you had two people, one on each side of the van, it'd probably be a lot easier, but you can do this by yourself. And then I'll go ahead and show you the layout of the bolts. And then, yeah, then we'll get it all tightened down. I don't know how far I want it, but I'll get it up on the rain gutter where it belongs, and then get a ladder up here, and then it'll give me a kind of an idea where I want to put the ladders. So yeah, that'll work. Whew, it is hot out here. All right, I had to go get some tools and a nice cold beer, because if you're gonna work on a Sunday, you gotta have ice cold beer. And when I say ice cold, I mean ice cold. Stump Lake Liquor, Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Fireworks, ammo for firearms, liquor, and everything else you can imagine. Great place, mom and pop shop. Love them guys. Big thumbs up, man. And they have the ice cold beer. That's one that you see the sign all the time. It says, you know, fireworks and alcohol, what could go wrong? It's like going all over the internet. It's right down the street from my house. So let's see. I know we're hanging off quite a lot on the other side, but I want to get this clear before you put these up here. You saw me put them up there. My ladder is sideways. It's lengthways to the van. It's not front and back. So when you put these up here, they're kind of heavy. So if you can get somebody to help you put them up there, that'd be a lot better. But if you do put them up here yourself and you don't want to drag them, don't lean over past the edge of your ladder. You can force the ladder to kick out on you, and you don't want that to happen. Trust me, like I said, and I think in my last video, that I have suffered 2 broken ribs. Thought I punctured a lung, but I ended up bruising the liver and my kidney, and it really sucked. 2 broken ribs, like one of them was snapped, like big chunk. You know, I fell, I was standing on top, and the ladder kicked out. So don't do that. Please don't do that. Maybe I'll put a disclaimer before I show you what I was doing. But yeah, if your ladder is running lengthways or it's parallel to your van, don't like lean past the edge of your ladder, please. All right, so let's get this up here. Get this little piece back on. Oh, my neighbor's home. So I'll speed this up, and then you can see them get all put on. right, so a couple of things I want to address. First off is it goes carriage bolt. Let me see if I can show you this here. It goes carriage bolt right here. Then on the other side you have a small flat washer, and then your lock nut is on there. It's one of the benefits of doing this right in front of my apartment. Of course, it's a busy street, but carriage bolt, then small flat washer, then the locking nut. The top piece here, this one's got a Allen key for it and a large washer and a locking nut. But before you put these up there, don't put this one in. I just found that out because you can't pull these back to get them to tighten. Not really sure how this is going to work. I noticed on the other side here, I'll go down, walk around. I noticed on this other side here, it sits pretty well. Right there, it's going to have to pull up. I did have to loosen all the brain fart locking screws, or the hex head screws, or whatever, the locking keys, or whatever the hell you want to call them. I said it earlier, I can't remember. But yeah, don't put these in. But I noticed this is actually going to have to sit up pretty high, because otherwise my door's not going to open. This one's not set yet, but once I get this up, if this doesn't sit flat, this part right here doesn't sit flat up against this rain guard, then this isn't going to work, because this will actually block my door from opening. As you can see, there's not much room up there, maybe a thumb's worth between the two. So this is going to have to sit up pretty high. I don't know exactly how I'm going to space them yet, but I will make sure that I let you know on what spacing I came up with. Oh, and I did put that's what they are, the Allen screws. Had a brain fart, sorry. Don't mind my business name on there. Don't call me, because I'm in Wisconsin. But right up on top, you see they don't sit very well. So, yep, MSB Electric. That's me, residential, commercial. One call does it all. Not really. There's a lot of stuff I don't do. But anyways, back to the Vanlife stuff. So I have to get these lined up about where I want them, and I'll throw my 10-foot ladder up there. Maybe 10-foot ladder. I'll have to measure them so that they're at least 10 feet apart. But I don't know exactly where I want them, but we'll get it figured out. All right, so it's been a couple days, and I got my ladders up there now. I don't know, a lot of noise. Noticed a lot of noise, a lot of difference in drag over the van. Maybe I don't have them set up right. But the bolts that you have are 1/2 inch. So you need a 1/2 inch socket or 1/2 inch open box end wrench, whatever works for you. The clamp pieces, I'll show you in just a second, were kind of a pain to get clamped down. You know, it takes a while. So if you have like a open box end ratchet that's like the ratcheting kind, that'd probably be a lot better. But it just takes a little bit of time to tighten them down. But I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Got the stuff up on there, and then we'll wrap up this video. And the next video coming up, I am going up to Lake Superior. Supposed to have my daughter with me. She decided to go hang out with her friends or whatever, didn't want to do any hiking or exploring. So I will be going on my own. Yep. I'm gonna have to go on my own, which is fine. I mean, I get to explore more and don't have anybody around, so it should be a lot of fun, and I'll share it all with you. But let's get this area shown to you, and if that even makes sense. Does that make sense? How about I show you what I did, and then we'll call it good. All right. All right, I'll just take the little pod thing I'm holding here and show you right up on top here. I'm gonna have to like stand on the side. I don't have a ladder. All my ladder are up top. So as you can see, I've got the braces on. My ladders are tied down. Ooh, that's really blurry. My ladders are tied on. Everything's set up. And then this bolt right here, this little nut right here, that was a pain. But that's a 1/2 inch. Then inside here, I don't know if I can get in there. Oop, maybe I can't. But the bolts inside too are also 1/2 inch, all of them. And then you've got Allen keys up there, and then Allen keys up on top up here. But that's about it. So we'll see you on the next video.